Okay, we've been listening to the U.S. Attorney for the Southern District of Ohio, Ben Glassman, and you heard the others there. If you're just joining us, this has been a news conference regarding Brian Rini, the 23-year-old young man who has now been charged in connection with stating that he was Timothy Pitson, the 6-year-old who went missing almost 8 years ago. So he'd watched a 2020 rerun about the Pitson case, got it in his head that he was going to pretend he was Pitson because he told investigators he wanted to get away from his family. He's done this twice before, according to the complaint. 2 other times he claimed to be a victim of sex trafficking in order to, as he says, get away from his family. So that's what has happened here today. He's already been charged. He's already been in federal court, now in the custody of a federal marshal, and they have said we'll continue to take leads as to what happened to Timothy Pitson. I'm Julie O'Neill. I'm going to send it to Ryan Houston now as we continue with our noon news. Ryan.
Julie, thank you again. You have been watching a news conference about Brian Rini, the man police say claimed to be a boy missing for 8 years, and again, he has been charged. 9 on your side's Paola Suro has more on the breaking details. Paola.
Yeah, well, Ryan, it's here at the U.S. Attorney's Office where we're getting new details about the Brian Rini case, specifically that he faces a federal criminal charge for lying to federal agents. That could mean he could face up to 8 years in federal prison. We heard from the U.S. Attorney as well as federal and local law enforcement officials, including FBI agents from Louisville and Cincinnati. So here's some details on what they were able to say. A lot to take in. Rini told law enforcement he was abducted when he was 6 years old and fled from his captors now. He also claimed his name was Timothy Pitson and that he had been suffering from physical and sexual abuse. That prompted an interstate sex trafficking investigation, but then he complained of abdominal pain and was taken to Children's Hospital. So there, he declined to provide fingerprint evidence. He did, however, provide a swab for DNA. That DNA test was submitted from the FBI to the coroner's office, which compared it to the DNA of Timothy Pitson's family. Now, FBI agents returned to him yesterday to actually talk to him. He insisted on being Timothy Pitson. That's until they told him his DNA said otherwise. Now, I want to show you a statement the FBI put out on Twitter a few minutes ago. It says false reports like this one can be painful to families of missing children, and that people who make false claims can and will face criminal penalties. But of course, this was a long press conference, a lot of details, a lot of questions asked as well. Our very own Tamika Artis is still in there, and she will be breaking this down later on. But for now, we're live downtown. Paola Suro, 9 on your side.